one, guys. Counting Games back here again. So today we got more of the two Johnnies. This one's called How to Get a Job with the Two Johnnies. Should be absolutely legendary, guys. If you're unemployed, follow the Two Johnnies tips. I've gotten 6 job offers from different places in the last 3 or 4 months. I think the last 3 months actually. And they all are good, guys, but I'd rather do this. Always bet on yourself. My recommendation would be to read a lot of business books, guys, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a lot of these business books, and understand that you will never have money working for somebody else, that, you know, the money that will come in will be shit. And, you know, getting a job is fine if you're unemployed right now, trying to build a business, but if you're just getting a minimum income from your business, guys, just stick to that. Always bet on yourself. It'll be better than betting on other people to do the work, to basically give you money to do some kind of work. It's stupid. So love you guys all, man, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get some tips off the Two Johnnies. Let's go.
Where to go about hiring a new member of the Two Johnnies team, Two Johnnies HR. How would you go about it? What would jump out at you in a cover letter or in a CV? Where would you hold interviews? All this crack.
They need to be willing to earn no money.
There you go.
Willing to work.
There you go. That's the bosses that you guys are looking to get money from, guys. They don't want to even pay you, guys. If the bosses could pay you nothing, they would.
For free. That is interesting. Yeah.
Honestly,
like, the guy from Teneo, Declan Kelly, was on Late Late Show the other night, and he said he got this big job in New York. He rocked up to your man's office, rang him from a phone box outside, and was like, "I'm not leaving until you speak to me." That, if someone did that to us, I would beat the shit out of him.
Call the guards, change my number.
Call the cops and change my number. Yeah, but if we were recruiting, I don't know. Like a lot of it's like Anton. So our tour manager James, like we really like being around him, and he's good crack. He's also class at his job, which is very important. But I think especially for us when we're traveling so much, and if someone's like joining our team as such, they need to be good to be around. That's the most important thing. So, like CVs and all that, yeah, they're grand. You want to know what they're up to, but like you need to get a flavour of the personality as well. Like I think that's
very true.
That's very important.
Yes, CV really for what we're at doesn't say that much about you. Like none of us would get this job on the strength of our CV, you know.
Like what would I put down on my CV for
True.
Johnny's job? Like, worked in Iceland, left, worked in Super Value, enjoyed it, but like ultimately had to leave for Two Johnny. Like, there's not much on my CV that would make me get anything, any job. Really, like, to be honest.
Full-time mad bastard.
Yeah, you know, works at Hollister. One of those people who put that in Facebook. Like, yeah, if you have that, you won't be getting any job with us. I can guarantee you that.
We do get messages. People like, could I do work experience with the Two Johnnies?
Yeah, no.
But they're they're mostly people, you know, under 18, and
yeah,
you can't work here because you're not even allowed to listen to the podcast.
We'd have to let you in on all our secrets then.
We could do it. Someone.
Yeah, we probably are looking to recruit someone at the moment. Yeah.
Send your CV.
Yeah, you can send your CV to podcast@twojohnnies.ie. The money's not great, but it's some crack and some experience.
Yeah, it has to be proved.
there's probably no money in it, guys. You know, but I would say the skills that you learn from even hanging around these two guys, you could start your own podcast, guys, and you can make a shitload of money like they're making loads of money. So, you know, the experience would be better than even having a job, guys. Experience is always better than having qualifications, right?
Oof, that you're a good crack as well.
Yeah.
How would you prove it though? Would there be any kind of tests or
a good crack test?
Yeah, if there was a good crack
coming
test.
a night out with us.
Okay, and what would you be
If
looking
we
for?
still speak to you the next morning.
Like you bring me on nights out, and I wouldn't have the drinking capacities of you two.
Yeah, but at least you're giving it a go now. You know what I mean?
Hey, you're a cheap night out, Lauren.
Yeah.
2 glasses of wine, grand. You try and get Smacks drunk, cost you your week's wages. Beat the fuck. I remember there was one of my favourite bands. They were just called The Band, and they were a backing band for loads of people like Bob Dylan, Neil Young, all this. And one of them said when he was being interviewed, it was years ago, and he's like, "What's the crack?" And they're like, "Well, the money's bad, but you get more action than Frank Sinatra." So
right there, that's good incentive.
How would you prove someone was good crack? Like, an interview is very formal. We did interview a fella before for a position like with us, like within the team. And I remember he walked in and I just said, "Johnny, no, that's not him." And I swear to God, he barely had come around the door. I said, "Nope."
Why?
First impressions are a lot. Even the way people carry themselves.
Mm.
You know, the walk, the talk, the handshake. Like if it's a dead floppy hand,
Forget about
it. Like,
Forget
not gonna be
about
trusted.
it.
And can I flip it back to you? So what would you two wear to put on your best appearance for an interview to like exert authority?
I'm getting a bit off the topic here, but as regards to interviews, like any interview I've ever done, I've got the job. Because I, like, obviously from this podcast, can talk shit very well.
Can I just throw it back to you used to work in Iceland in Super Value?
Yeah.
Let me reiterate to you guys that anybody can do what they're doing, guys. Anyone can do what I'm doing and make a full-time living off it. A lot of people are like, can you make a full-time living off the internet in Ireland? Guys, you don't even need a job. This day and age, all you need is a laptop and a computer. Sorry, a laptop and a computer. A laptop and a phone. And like, you don't even need a phone. Or you don't even need a laptop. You just need a phone and just upload videos of yourself talking. And people love it. So, you know what I mean? If you're any way humorous, guys, or have any sort of charisma, my God. These guys are obviously funny. They're together. It's hard just me being on my own. But you guys can do it on your own too. You guys can absolutely do it on your own, for sure.
You weren't CEO.
I understand that, but the time I got a job in a clothes shop in Clonmel,
Yeah.
I rocked up to the interview, like, and I was like, oh, well, I wear a suit, I don't know, like. And then, like, the guy doing it, there was two people doing the interview, a guy and a woman, and the guy was wearing a suit, and I was like, and I wore kind of bomber jacket. I wore nice clothes, like, I looked well, like. And I remember
course.
your one telling me when they were letting me go, 6 months later, she said it was the best interview she'd ever had.
Wow.
She said I came in, crossed my legs, and threw my arms up my legs, and just said, how are things? Pure Eddie Durkin job. And she said I was so relaxed and had them like eating out of the pan. She said it was the best interview she'd ever seen. She said unfortunately the work afterwards didn't live up to the interview, but you know, you can't win them all. That is true.
Our new keyboard player impressed us. He turned up in a Carlo jersey.
Yeah. It was like, dress for the job, you know.
The job you want, not the job you have.
But he knew the crack, like, so like he that wasn't by plan. Like, we make the band sometimes wear either county jerseys or they'll wear our care jerseys. And the first gig he ever done, he wore a Carlo jersey. And we were like, did someone tell you to wear that? He's like, no. I was like, you're perfect. And he came out with us after late as well. He was some crack.
He's good crack, yeah.
He's good crack, yeah. But
so if you wanted to get a job with us, I think be yourself in a good cover letter.
Yeah.
And we'll either click or we won't.
Yeah.
And if it was a really, really professionally done cover letter, that would only put you off with it.
But like there'll be times when we have to be professional too. With the guy who helps us with our content, editing videos and stuff, when he wants to be, he can be very professional.
Yeah.
But he's great crack as well.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like anyone who kind of works with is like
I would never apply for it to be with a job that in entertainment under people like that. I would if it's like RT, Virgin Media, something like that. I would definitely apply for a job there. But if it's just two guys on a startup, guys, you know, you can do it yourself. So why are you paying for? You know, you're working for other people to make their dream come true when your dream is not happening. So
we do have a bit of a team. Like people probably don't realize that. Like there probably is, like, you know, there's a manager, there's just a couple of other people, and you have to be professional as well. Like you can't. It is good crack, but you can't just be acting the bollocks all the time.
Yeah, that's our job.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We'll do that. Other people around us. But that's the thing. I think the cover letter, especially if you were to get a job with us, the cover letter would be more important than the actual CV, like,
because we get across their personality a little bit more.
But especially like there's wizards out there who are class at, like, you know, editing or, you know, doing imagery and that kind of stuff, who don't have any degree from college. But if you're just class at it, you know, and you can prove that, you don't need the degree, like, especially in this line of business.
Yeah, just show us something you've done.
Exactly. So if you know anyone who wants to work maybe 3 days a week for poor wages,
that's what I do.
Crack,
3 days a
your
week.
cover letter.
And I do YouTube 7 days a week.
The experience you'll get will be
Yeah. You too could
Second
maybe start
to
a
none.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. They know
enjoy
what
that one, Lauren. You didn't have to, for an old gig with us, you didn't have to fucking do any cover letter.
No,
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't have got the job.
How did she get the job, guys? Bro, that's just an easy joke. My bad, guys. I won't make it vulgar, guys. I won't make it vulgar. But you know what I mean. We all know how she got the job.
I don't drink, grand, right? Burn that.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, guys, absolute legendary. The two Johnnies, the men themselves. Yo, so they're just fire, guys. Johnny got you covered. If you sold insurance, a grand old slogan, and just saying. Yeah, guys, how to get a job. my recommendation would be not to apply for a place that you hate unless you actually really like doing it. And then 5-6 hours a night, then yourself work on that side hustle, because your full-time job probably will never bring you as much money as you want it to. Love you guys all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.